Wild rose plants are extremely nutrient-packed and beneficial for countless ailments. Rose plants can be used throughout their growing season, such as petals, rose buds, and rose hips. Just 1 cup of rose hips contain the same amount of vitamin C as 60 oranges. All varieties of roses can be consumed, but those with the strongest scent also have the strongest medicinal qualities. They are a rich source of vitamin C, D, E, B3, and A, as well as zinc. Roses have a number of properties such as sedative, antiseptic, vulnerary, nervine, and digestive. Rose petals are slightly sedative, antiseptic, anti-inflammatory, and antiparasitic. They're also a good supportive tonic for the heart and great for lowering cholesterol. In this video, I will cover 17 reasons as to why to incorporate them into your daily consumption. Watch this video to the end to see some recipes such as how you can make your own infused oil, how to make rose syrup, and how to make a deodorant. Welcome to Backyard Garden with Alex Panosov. Relieve cold and flu. As the tea made from the rose buds contain all of the mentioned vitamins and its pollen, it provides a huge boost to the immune system, thus helps the body to fight against colds and flu. Inflammation relief. Rosebud vitamins contain anti-inflammatory properties, relieving from achy muscles to inflamed tissue after a cut or a scrape. Antibacterial properties. Soap made from the rose buds contain natural antibacterial properties and has a very pleasant scent to it. Antidepressant. Rosebud and rose hips contain antidepressant properties. Relieve varicose veins. Both of the rose buds and rose hips help to strengthen and fix this problem. Relieve menstrual congestion and pain. Supports reproductive system, kidney and liver tonic. Compounds within rose buds and rose hips improve the function of internal organs. Laxative. Tea from the rose buds have laxative properties and, unlike curly dog, don't induce a dependency. You can also make a rose syrup, which also acts as a laxative. Cleans lymphatic system. Roses help the lymphatic nodes drain and clears toxins from the body. To accomplish this, one must extract or purchase rose essential oil, which can be rubbed externally on the skin above the lymphatic nodes. Pain relieving properties. A balm or essential oil made from the rose buds or rose hips has pain relieving properties. Rub on the skin externally on achy joints and muscles. Apply a balm of rose petals under the arms, under the breasts, and on the stomach or above the uterus for relief of cramping and pain. Natural deodorant. Rose oil can be used as a natural facial moisturizer, underarm deodorant, or anti-inflammatory for first aid balms. Relieves breast engorgement. Simply put, breast engorgement occurs when there is too much milk in the breast due to the lack or by choice the absence of breastfeeding. The pressure of the milk within the breast can be a very painful experience. Application of balms that are infused with the rose essential oils or the use of the essential oils alleviate engorgement. Natural flavoring. Candies, icing, butter, glazes, and sauces can all be flavored with rose water. Use 1 tablespoon of rose water per recipe. Cancer-fighting compounds. Certain components that are inside of the seed of the rose hips are said to fight against cancerous cells. To get to these components, one must break these very hard seeds and steep them in the tea. I use a stone mortar to crush the seeds as the coffee grinder is not powerful enough to do this job. I add 1 teaspoon of the smashed seeds and mix it in with my other herbs in my daily tea. Antiseptic properties. The antiseptic properties of the rose petals make them a wonderful treatment for wounds, bruises, and rashes. Anti-inflammatory properties. Taken internally, rose petals and rose hips have anti-inflammatory properties, making them a wonderful treatment for sore throats and ulcers. They can stimulate the liver and increase appetite and circulation. To harvest your own rose buds, pick them only in the early morning hours before sun rises on the roses. Making your rose oil at home. You can make a home version of rose oil. This is done by allowing olive oil to infuse with the rose petals in a sunny window sill. Fill a wide mouth jar with rose petals and rose buds. Pack it down well and entirely fill the jar with good quality olive oil. Allow for it to rest for 2 weeks. Once a day, give it a light shake to let the air bubbles escape. Strain through a fine sieve and add 1/4 tablespoon of natural vitamin E, which acts as a natural preservative. Cap tightly and store away in a cool, dark place. The oil will smell mildly of roses and contain many healthy benefits. Rose syrup. To make 3 cups of rose syrup, you need 4 cups of rose petals harvested early in the morning, 3 cups of mountain spring water or rainwater, not chlorinated water from the tap, 5 cups of white sugar, juice or zest of 1 organic lemon. Boil the water and infuse the rose petals in the boiled water for 24 hours like a tea. Strain out the rose petals. In a large saucepan, add to the rose-infused liquid, sugar, lemon juice, and zest to the liqueur. Return to heat and boil strongly until syrup begins to thicken. Remove from the heat and bottle. To make your own deodorant, use 1 part organic beeswax, 1 part organic virgin coconut oil, 1/2 part olive oil, 1/2 part of jojoba oil base, and add 1 part of any of your infused oils like calendula, St. John's wort, rose, or lavender. Store in a glass jar in a cool, dark room. To prepare rose water, pour water over a pan of tightly packed rose petals. Bring to a simmer and simmer gently for 5 minutes. Allow to cool down completely before straining out the petals. Squeeze the last drop of the moisture out of the petals and strain out the petals. Tightly cap the jar of rose water and keep it in the fridge. A word of advice: only harvest the rose plants that are grown in your backyard or in any other area that you are certain of that there were no chemicals such as pesticides used on the plant.